going to discuss about muscle tissue. Only one topic remained in this lesson, that is muscle tissue. So muscles are responsible for movement of hands and legs. Yes, what are muscles? So muscles are responsible for the movement of hands, the movements of hands and legs, the movements of hands and legs. And also responsible for several internal organs and also of several internal organs like as intestine muscles. We have intestine and also responsible for and also yes, Bhavani, good morning Nana. And also of several internal organs like intestine muscle sphincter is there Nana. While we are taking food inside, at that time esophagus will open. Yes, due to that muscle, so flexible muscle, such as intestine and heart also having muscles. And also, Nana, that chest cavity below, lungs are working with the help of a muscle, flexible muscle called diaphragm. So, like that example, we have esophagus muscle, sphincter muscle at esophagus, and also we can say that diaphragm is also a muscle, flexible muscle. These all are comes under muscles. And a small amount of muscle tissue is also present in blood vessels also. In blood vessels also small amount of also a small amount of small. Why you want to see? Okay. Amount of muscles. I am capturing video. Tissues also present in blood vessels. Blood vessels also small amount of muscle tissues also present in blood vessels. Nana, small amount of blood vessels in small amount of muscle tissues present. So small amount of muscle tissue is present in blood vessels also. So due to that blood vessels muscles only, the diameter of blood vessel will increase and decrease. What tissues called are having muscle fibers, elongated cells called muscle fibers. Muscles already working with the help of muscle fibers. So these muscle tissues are responsible for movement in our body. Already I told you. Muscles contain a special protein called muscles contain a special protein called that is contractile protein. Okay, is it okay for you? That is special protein, contractile protein. Don't murmur, Ramcharan. Why you are murmuring inside? So which protein is useful for contracting and relaxation of muscles? Yes, due to that only movements in our body possible. Yes, contraction and relaxation of muscles. So while we are moving, contraction and relaxation is happening. So heart also contraction and relaxation. Like that only the pumping of the blood is possible. Those are similar in nature. Muscles, tissues which are working in heart are similar. And here contraction and relaxation is possible with the help of muscle tissues which are having the protein called contractile protein. Okay, now this is the protein name you need to remember. Contractile protein for contraction and relaxation. So these you should remember. Okay. During shivering muscles, when you expose it to cold, during shivering muscles contract and relax, producing large amount of heat. So this muscle contraction due to the contractile protein, contraction and relaxation will happen. Due to that shivering, body will hot at that time. So muscle movements, contraction and relaxation gives hardness to body. Contraction and relaxation gives hardness to the body. When cold time, it gives relaxation. It gives contraction and relaxation and gives hardness to the body. So muscle fibers also giving hardness to the body, which are containing contractile protein. Okay. So with the help of muscle tissue only, we can able to move. Our body parts can able to move, and which is having muscle fibers. Okay, and also contains a protein called contractile protein. Due to that only muscle contraction and relaxation possible. And while a cool environment, while we at cold surfaces, cold due to the cold shivering will get at that time this muscle contraction and relaxation gives hardness to our body, because there we needed hardness. And based on the structure, location and function of the muscles are these functions, location and their structure. These are of three types: striated muscles, and next one is striated muscles, non-striated muscles, non-striated muscles, non-striated muscles, and the cardiac muscles. Nana, cardiac means these all are about heart. I told you now only. Heart is also having muscles. So cardiac muscles are responsible for heart. So arm or leg. First I want to select some muscles by our conscious effort. For example, muscles present in inner limbs. Some are having conscious effort. So muscles we can feel. Some muscle movement we can feel. So the muscles which are arm or leg of person, arm or leg of a person, we can identify such muscles called voluntary muscles. We can move with our sense, consciousness toni move chese muscles untayi. Those are conscious effort unna muscles nemantarante voluntary muscles. Voluntary muscles, the muscles which are present in hands. Example, the muscles which are present in legs and hands, which are present in arm or leg of a person are called voluntary muscles. So we can voluntarily, we want to move our hand, we can move with the help of those muscles. So these are also called as skeletal muscles. Skeletal muscles. These are also called as skeletal muscles. Mostly attached to bones and help body movements. Skeletal muscles. These are mostly attached to bones and help body movement and help in body movement. So these muscles show alternate light and dark bands or striations. As a result, they are called striated muscles. Keep your phones mute all. Striated muscles. So these type of voluntary and skeletal muscles are called striated muscles. I told us striated muscles, and which because these muscles are having striations, having light and dark striations, So due to that only these are called striated muscles. So those are skeletal muscles, or else we are calling those are voluntary muscles also. The muscles which are present in arms and legs, and which are useful, which are attached to the bones and help in body movements. So these are called as striated muscles because they are having light and dark striations. So like that we can conclude. The cells of the tissue are long, cylindrical, unbranched and have many nuclei in the body. So the cells are long and cylindrical, unbranched and have many nuclei in the body, multinucleated. So alimentary canal and the contraction and relaxation of the blood vessels in the are involuntary. Nana. Inside we have some. So these are about striated muscles and non-striated muscles. Next one is striated muscles. So non-striated muscles are the muscles which are involuntary. So involuntary, not involuntary, involuntary, without our knowing knowledge method. So for example, mind conscious లో మనకి effort ఉన్నవి, with our consciousness మనం move చేస్తున్నాము, while we are moving we got an idea. So we have an idea means those are comes under conscious muscles. Yes, conscious muscles. Arun Kumar, are you there? Conscious muscles. Arun Kumar, are you listening? Are you able to watch the screen? The muscles which are under control of our brain, and we have consciousness on that movements. So while we are moving our hand and leg, we got consciousness. Yes, we can able to know the knowledge about that movement, hand movement and leg movement, the muscles inside of the legs and hands we can identify with our consciousness. So those are called voluntary muscles, and those are having striations. So light and dark striation of bands. So due to that, those are called striated muscles, voluntary muscles and skeletal muscles, which give support to our body and easy movements with the help of those skeletal muscles. Those are comes under striated muscles. Non-striated muscles means involuntary, without knowing of our knowledge, our consciousness. Those are called as involuntary muscles. Bhanupriya. Shashank, tell me. Bhanupriya, are you there? Listen my class first, then afterwards you talk with others. Okay? She left. Okay, you listen. Don't lift that call. You listen first. So, Arun Kumar, listen here. Sishank, cut that call and concentrate on this class. The movement of food in alimentary canal, Nana. For example, alimentary canal food movements, can you know inside how it is moving? Are you having any idea on that? Alimentary canal food movements. So she want to join now. She want to join. So she joined. Just listen. Bhanupriya, don't call others. Listen class first and let them listen. Okay? Afterwards you call, not now. Listen the class first. The movement of food in alimentary canal with your knowledge or without knowledge? Food movement. So food movement in alimentary canal we cannot identify with our brain. Yes? Without our knowledge. Those are called as involuntary muscles. Without knowledge. The muscles which are exist inside the canal, alimentary canal, are called involuntary muscles. Respond me. Without our knowledge. So relaxation, contraction of blood vessels also. Blood vessels also comes under relaxation and contraction of blood. Relaxation and contraction. And contraction of the blood vessels also without our knowledge. And there are no striations. And we smooth muscles are involuntary. Also, non-striated muscles are smooth muscles. Non-striated are smooth muscles. Smooth and involuntary, without our knowledge. Brain ki తెలియకుండానే జరిగిపోతాయి ఆ మూమెంట్స్ అనేవి. Involuntary muscles. So don't disturb others, Bhanupriya. You just listen and let them listen. So they are also found in iris of the eye. Our eye movements, without our knowledge, sometimes we will close our eyes and again we'll move. They are also muscles, Nana. So eye iris, they are also found in. These are also found in eye iris. Found in iris of eye. Iris of the eye. And uterus, Nana. Uterus also having uterus muscles, and bronchus also having some muscles. Bronchus and epiglottis, bronchus of lungs, and epiglottis also there, which is stops the windpipe when we are taking food inside. Epiglottis. So these all are comes under non-striated muscles and smooth muscles, involuntary muscles. Okay, na? Is it okay, Arun Kumar? So these are unstriated or non-striated muscles. And Now last one is cardiac muscles. Cardiac muscles. So the heart related muscles are called the muscles present in the heart. Present in the heart are called or responsible for pumping of blood. Pumping of blood. So which are responsible for pumping of blood? These are long branched. Are you getting all my points? And have nuclei. Also. These are having nuclei. And these are attached to cells are joined to each other at their ends. All the muscles in cardiac muscle have striations. These are having striations. Dark and white striations. So though it resembles the striated muscles in its structure. Striated muscles in its structure. So these are also involuntary, Nana. Without our knowledge, these muscles are working. It is an involuntary muscle. Cardiac muscle is an involuntary. Without knowing our knowledge, our consciousness, these are working in our body. So in arms and legs only, those muscles are with our consciousness, conscious effort. Voluntary muscles are having conscious effort. And non-striated and cardiac muscles both are involuntary muscles. So 3 types of muscle tissues are there in our body. So these are the structures of the 3 types of muscles. So each and everyone is having mitochondria, which is responsible for cellular respiration, and cross striation. Here are some fibers in non-striated muscles. These are smooth, no striations. Here these are having striations, dark and white striations. Cardiac muscles also having dark and white striations, Nana. Smooth muscles are not having. Plasma membranes, fibrils, myofibrils, nucleus, these are having, and these are also having nuclei, and these are striated, these are non-striated, these are also striated, and these are conscious effect, these are having conscious effect, that means voluntary, these two are involuntary. So these are all the structures of the muscles. Cardiac muscle, non-striated muscle and striated muscle. These are present in legs and arms. These are present in intestines. Yes, gut system, ureters, blood vessels. Those all are comes under non-striated muscles, and the muscles related to the heart are comes under cardiac muscles. I think is it clear for you? Yes. Okay, while coming to the nerve cell, these are the only cells in our body which are having no regeneration, which are not having regeneration capability, So likewise we can call these cells are nerve cells. So nerve cells are the only cells which are not having regeneration. So from birth to death only nerve cells exist like that only, no regeneration. Remaining all cells are having reproduction, regeneration, destroying of cells, and again reproduction will happen. Coming to the nerve cells, one and only once, by birth and by death. That's it. In between, no regeneration of the cells. So nerve cells are the only cells in the body which do not have the ability of regeneration. Okay, nervous system. So two neurons. No two neurons are nerve cells in the nervous system have same appearance. So all are different. No two are same. No two neurons are looking same. We are also calling nerve cells as neurons. Neurons are nerve cells. So in the nervous system, no two neurons are same in the structure. System have same appearance. So like that we can understand. And they are also having parts, Nana, parts of nerve cell. What are the parts of nerve cell? I will explain you now. So nerve cells, first one is cell body. Second one is cyton. Cell body or cyton we are calling, and second one is axon. Yes, axon. And third one is dendroids. I will explain you this structure now. Dendroids. So this is the structure of the nerve cell. See children. So dendroid, these are called dendrites, and cell body is this one. Inside nucleus they have, and this is axon. So cell body or cyton has large nucleus and cytoplasm, the liquid portion inside the cell, and which is having large nucleus inside. Cell body contains the nucleus inside, and which contains Nissal's granule structure, and small projections arising from the cell body are dendrites, Nana. They are sharp and branched, more in number, and they are connected to the other cells. Yes, cell axon which transmits information, electric signals from one cell to another cell. Okay, nerve terminals are connected. Again, nerve terminals they are having. Axons are the and these are having myelin sheath, Nana, which is giving support to these axons. So nodes present at regular intervals. Nodes are present at regular intervals of sheath known as Renier nodes. So Renier nodes, these nodes are present. Okay, these are called as Renier nodes. Axon of nerve cell is connected with dendrites. So axon of nerve cells is connected with dendrites, and nearby nerve cell to form web-like structure throughout the body. Like this web-like structure throughout the body, all the nerve cells are connected. Through the axons, the information passed from one nerve cell to another nerve cell. Okay. Cell body contains nucleus and cytoplasm. These are the projections, sharp branched projections, more in number. These are called dendrites, and axons are connected to the dendrites. So this is the nerve terminal. Here one nerve ends, and which is connected to another dendroid. Again another dendroid of the another nerve cell here connected. So like that the information from one cell to another nerve cell will passes. Okay, which is myelin sheath. The sheath is called myelin sheath. Gas nodes. Here gas are nodes in between these axons. So these nodes are called Renier nodes. Okay, this is the information about nerve cells. And thank you for nice class with you. Tomorrow we'll meet. Here see children, nervous tissue is made up of different types of nerve cells, all of which have an axon. Axon means here these are the axon. This is axon, the long stem-like part of the cell. The long stem-like part of the cell is called as axon. An axon is a stem-like part and which sends action potential signals. Yes, signals, electric signals from the dendrite to the nerve terminal. Again nerve terminal is connected to the another dendrite. This dendrite of the another cell. So nodes and Renier also known as myelin sheath gaps. So these myelin sheath gaps which allowing cells to participate in the exchange of ions. So due to the exchange of ions only signals will form. So myelin sheath allows that, and which also useful for jump the signals from one node to another node. So the signals will jump, Nana, like this, one node to another node. So myelin sheath useful for that jumping. Okay, or Renier nodes are the gaps between the nodes of the axon, between the different nodes of the axon. Renier nodes are the gaps. Myelin sheath is useful for allowing jumps of the signals. Okay, jumping of the signals from one node to another node. And dendrite are the structures which are received electrical messages from the terminal of the another cell. Receiving electrical signals here. Receiving is possible here. Cytoplasm inside, nucleus inside. This is the cell body which contains larger nucleus. And the information which is coming from the small sharp projections of dendrite to axon. And one node to another node, jumping of the signals with the help of methylene sheath and go to the nerve terminal, and which is again connected to the projections of the dendrite of the another cell. Inko cell ki connect ayi untai. So like that. Yes, stoma cell body. Nerve terminal is released neurotransmissions to the electrical signals carried by axon to the another cell. Is it okay? Now you can understand, I think.